Hello, friends. Welcome to Friday Night Love Huhnkie, episode 259. Happy Friday evening. Let's do stretching. Okay. Happy Friday. Ah, okay, now, calf. Okay. All right, 5 minutes break, please. Thank you. Happy Friday. Okay. Okay, welcome back. We are back. Good evening. Now let's do mathematics. Let me get some terms. Okay. Let me get some whiskey cup. Uh-huh. Happy Friday. Okay, so let's do another round of this how inverse vector algorithm. We gotta name it somehow, right? Inverse, multiplicative inverse vector algorithm. Okay, so sure, yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. We did one round, okay? Initial setting just ones in the first column and first diagonal just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blah blah. All right, and then the very first displacement vector is one skip. Right? So we superimpose that to two skip, the vertically downward. So okay, two and blank unknown question mark. Okay, but we superimpose one skip, so we know that blank is actually skip. Okay, so okay, so and two skip plus one skip is three skip. So algorithm is this. So we have initial position vector two skip. Okay, now next position vector is previous position vector plus displacement vector that we got from first line one skip. Okay, yeah, and later on, we're gonna generalize it and express it in algebraic terms, like in a matrix. Okay. There, for convenience sake, this row index, we just start from one instead of two. Okay. Yeah. Because it's just one difference. So yeah, it's no big deal. Okay. You can calculate very easily. Just subtract one, add one. Okay. So yeah. Cheers. Okay. Now. So we worked out, okay, first, I mean, the second column and second diagonal. Second diagonal, okay, same thing, one skip, okay, superimpose it. We have one blank, but superimpose it, one skip. So the second element we know is a skip. So now next position vector, yeah, previous position vector plus displacement vector, one skip. Okay, so one skip plus one skip is two skip. Next position vector, yeah, two skip plus one, the position vector plus previous position vector plus displacement vector. Displacement vector is always same, one skip, okay? Yeah, so two skip plus one skip, three skip plus one skip, four skip, and so on, okay? Yeah. Now, third column, all right? When we do column, okay, third column, its displacement vector comes from second row, but reverse direction, okay? So it means 2, 1, skip. That's our displacement vector, okay? So superimpose it to the first position vector in third column, uh, 2, 1, skip, okay? Yeah. So we have skip here. Third element of the first position vector in third column, okay? I know it's a lot of information. It's just the way it is. But a lot of information, but it's elementary. But still a lot of information, right? That's why nobody was able to find this until we did a week ago. Right? Yeah, in human high school. Yeah, welcome to human high school. Cheers. Next position vector, third column, vertical. We have 2, 1 skip, superimpose it. So we have 3, 2 skip, position, first position vector in third column, plus reverse. Second row, 2, 1 skip. Last element is always skip, okay? Yeah. 2, 1 skip is equal to, so like vector addition. A vector, n dimension, this case, 3-dimensional vector with 3 elements. 3 tuple, okay? Like 3, 2, skip, okay? Okay, so position vector plus displacement vector, yeah, 5, 2 plus 3 plus 2, 5, 2 plus 1, 3, skip plus skip is skip. So 5, 3 skip. Okay? Now 5, 3 skip plus 2, 1 skip. 7, 4 skip. Okay? Now, third diagonal, it's not reverse direction, but right direction of the second row. Okay? So it's 1, 2 skip. Okay? That's third diagonal displacement vector. Okay? So we have 1, 3 skip plus 1, 2 skip. Okay? 1, 2 skip is equal to 2, 5 skip. Okay? So we have 1, 3 skip plus 1, 2 skip is equal to 2, 5 skip. 2, 5 skip. I have to learn this correctly. Okay. 1, 4, 5, 2, 3, 6. Yeah, that's correct. Now, 2, 5 skip plus 1, 2 skip. 3, 7 skip. Okay. Okay. And so on. Okay. It just goes on like that. Okay. Yeah. And comparing this with our established inverse triangle and numbers match. Okay. Yeah. Cheers. Time is break. And after that, we come up with the algebraic formulation of this recursive algorithm. Okay? Yeah. You want to go for it? Go for it. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, element of this triangle where is matrix. Okay? So the other half of triangle is repetition. Here, 1, 1, 1, 1. Here, second row, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The third row is a 1, skip 3, 1, skip 3, 1, skip 3. Fourth row, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a repetition, okay? So it's periodic. That's why we only need to look at the half of that square matrix, infinite square matrix, okay? Which is right triangle, infinite right triangle matrix. matrix. Okay, yeah. So yeah. Uh, to formulate this algorithm in terms of algebraic terms, like let's say element I throw, let's say this is row index starts from one, okay, for convenience sake. Then like E, like I throw I plus one row and J plus one column is equal to function of E I throw Jth column, something like that, something like that. Okay, so maybe not exactly, but in general, that's the idea. Okay, but it may look different though. Okay, if you want to come up with it, go for it. Okay, yeah. Okay, 5 minutes break. Thank you. All right, rock and roll. Yeah, nice. Yeah, 5 minutes. Thank you. Very cool. Okay, I'm boiling the water in the microwave to cook ramen noodle. Yeah. For very nice dinner. Yeah, I like ramen noodle. Oh yeah. I'm very excited about ramen noodle, microwave ramen noodle. Okay, I get some spam meat in there too. Okay, so yeah, probably I have it with kimchi. Okay, so yeah, cheers. Hmm? All right, so before we generalize like this, let's just make some easy example. Okay. Ah. So okay, the very first displacement vector is one skip, but for skip, we use zero for convenience sake. Okay, so displacement vector will just okay, we call it d or delta. We call it delta. Okay, Greek letter, sure. Yeah, delta one, one skip. Okay, so we can call it just 1 0, 1 0. It's like matrix term, matrix expression. In matrix, it could be one-dimensional or two-dimensional matrix. It could be n-dimensional, but typically in linear algebra matrix, typically one or two-dimensional entity. Okay, they do not use comma or semicolon. Okay, just delimiter is space, empty space. Okay, blank with parentheses. And reverse inverse displacement vector, we call delta bar. Okay. Uh, no, it's still one skip. Okay. Yeah. Because we are reverse skip always is at the end. Okay. But one, there's only one number there. Okay. That's why it's same. Okay. But for delta two, second displacement vector is one to skip. Okay. One to skip. And this is not the same as delta inverse, delta reverse, whatever we call it, okay? That's like two on skip, okay? Uh, it's different from linear algebra, like matrix or vector. There's some similarity there, but it's not exactly the same. We are basically adopting some parts of linear algebra. Linear algebra, yeah, there are two kinds, okay? Vector algebra and matrix algebra. Okay, they're not exactly the same thing. But in mathematics, they just call it linear algebra. Okay, so whatever. Typically, it means like matrix algebra. Okay, why is vector algebra also known as linear algebra? Because vector is straight line. It's not curved. Okay, it's just straight line, straight arrow, direction and origin. Okay, so direction and length rather. Okay, yeah. Position vector. Yes, now we are starting with the terminology, okay? Yeah, notational convention. Uh, which is new. Vertical positional vector. Let's do row index here. Okay. That's row index. Okay. Woo! Yeah. Basically, we're kind of defining new mathematics here. Okay. The inverse vector algebra. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We have no problem defining something new in human high school because we emphasize creativity, okay? And originality, authenticity. Welcome to human high school. Cheers. We do this all the time, okay? Vocal rest. 5 minutes break. Thank you. Happy Friday. Yep. Yeah, who does mathematics on Friday evening, huh? We do sometimes. But 5 minutes, thank you. Okay, welcome back, welcome back. 55 Fahrenheit in this room. It's just right. Yeah. But I turn on the heater anyway. Okay. All right. Positional vector indexing. Cheers. Happy Friday. Okay. So to skip, that's the first positional vector of second column. Position vector. Let's use Greek letter. Okay? We call it pi. Pi. Uh, Second column, first one, first segment. Okay. Uh, you know what? Not pi. We use English alphabet. We call it just P, positional vector. Okay. So, Y, because we need, okay, have displacement vector, right? That's always constant given column index and diagonal index. But diagonal positional vector, we call it D. Okay. D and delta, same thing, but we need to distinguish that. So Greek letter delta for unchanging the displacement vector. Diagonal vector, we call it D. Okay, so position, vertical position vector. Okay, this is vertical column. Uh, should we use C for column or columnar vector or V for vertical vector? We call it V. Uh, Vertical vector. Second column and first position is a two skip. Okay. And diagonal vector, uh, second column, first position is here one skip. Okay. Yeah. And let's continue this tomorrow. Mm. Let's take 5 minutes break and go to Instagram live. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm kind of getting the buzz already. Okay. So I control my drinking. Okay. So I do not want to get too drunk. All right. So yeah. Wait, 5 minutes break. Thank you. Right. Ugh. Yeah, 5 minutes break. Thank you. Okay, let's put this behind us. We'll go pick it up later, tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Whew. Oh, 57 Fahrenheit. That's warm. Let me turn off the heater. Oh, get some water. Okay. Ah, all right. Ah, how do we do? I can do better than this. It's like, hey, whatever. We just wing it. We gotta move on. Okay. Yeah, but it's just a little too far back. Hello, friends. Welcome to Friday Night Live with Huhnkie Lee episode 259. Yeah, happy Friday. Happy Friday evening. Good evening. Happy Friday. Yeah. As usual, like human as main show, yeah, we main entree with some mathematics. Yeah. Some notational convention. Like mean verse vector, indexing, and interesting. Yeah. Cheers. Yeah. Hmm. Mean verse vector algebra, kind of brand new concept in the mathematics. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. But let's talk about something else. It's Friday, okay? What else do we talk about? Some it's like news articles. So in the internet, there are a lot of articles written, factual articles about like history, for example, okay? And in my spare time, I ran into this article about Southern Baptist churches, okay? It was very interesting. In America, okay? Yeah, so I read some history about it. Um, yeah, very interesting. Welcome. Yeah, good evening. Happy Friday. Yeah, martial arts, education, career development, mighty profit traders. Yeah, yeah. So, what's the article about? Okay, so Southern Baptist churches, that's like, okay, it's Protestant. Okay, in Christianity, there are many different kinds, right? Original Christianity, Roman Catholic, and also Orthodox Catholic. Roman Catholic, that's based on Italy. Orthodox Catholic, well, they don't call themselves Catholics, okay? They're Orthodox Christianity. That's based on Greece or Eastern Roman Empire, okay? Like Constantinople, okay? Yeah, welcome. Yeah, we'll talk about history now, okay? Yeah, good evening. Yeah, so those are early churches like Roman, Italy, Catholic, and then Orthodox Christianity based on Greece or Eastern Roman Empire, like Constantinople. Today's Turkey, okay? Yeah, there's more Eastern Europe, including like Russia, okay? Eastern Europe, that's Orthodox Christianity, okay? Or Southern Europe too, like Greece, okay? There's Orthodox Christianity. Western Europe, that's more like Catholicism based on Italy, okay? Yeah. But later on, around maybe 1300 AD, Reformation, religious revolution, brand new Christianity, they are collectively called as Protestantism. They branched out from old school Christianity, which is Catholic, Catholicism and Orthodoxism. Okay, yeah. Later on, yeah, Protestantism. Okay, yeah. Martin Luther, Calvin, Protestantism, religious revolution, about 1400 AD, around there. Okay. Uh, and then later on, Protestantism even branched out further. One of them is baptism. And one of the Baptist tradition in America is a Southern Baptism, okay? Southern states, kind of conservative, okay? Some other branches of Protestantism. I used to be a Christian. Now I'm a humanologist, but I used to be Christian, so I know a lot about it, okay? So some other branches of Protestantism, Methodism, Methodist Church, which I attended in Seoul, South Korea, okay? Methodism, Methodist Church. Others? Yeah, welcome, mighty proud, future leaders. Yeah, martial arts, education, career development. Thank you. Yeah, welcome, welcome. Good evening. Happy Friday. Yeah, thank you for joining us. Yeah, great to see you always. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, we don't do like in-person communication because I'm old. I'm 47 years old. I just need to save energy. That's all. My apologies. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll talk about like history. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Very great to see you. Yeah. My profit shoulders. Okay. Yeah. We have 5 minutes break. Vocal rest. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome. Yeah. 5 minutes break. Thank you. Okay. Okay, welcome back, back. Some brightness adjustment in the cell phone. Okay. Yeah, so welcome. Good evening. Happy Friday. And yeah, we're talking about history of Christianity, sure, religion. So, Protestantism, okay, many branches, like Methodism, okay, and Episcopalianism, Episcopal Church, Episcopalianism, or Episcopalism. How about that? Okay, and then baptism and Baptist Church, Lutheran, yeah, Lutheran Church, Lutheranism. She's kind of halfway between Catholicism and Protestantism. Okay, so those are the well-known Protestantism. Okay, yeah, and I've been to all those churches. Okay, I have. Okay. When I was used to be a Christian, okay? Now I'm a humanologist. What's humanology? It kind of like Shellism. What's Shellism? Personal religion, okay? In sociology, terminology, okay? So, okay. And then later on, those main branches of Protestantism, later on in America and other parts of the world, like LDS, Latter Day Saint, Mormonism, and then Jehovah's Witness, and also Pentecostalism. Also, who am I missing? Adventism. Yeah, Seventh Day Adventist churches. Okay. And then there are some other branches who are older than that from Europe, like also in America too, like uh, Mennonitism. Okay, and also uh, in United Kingdom, yeah, Quakerism, okay, yeah, and also in America, I always forget their name. I'm sorry. But they're important branch in the Eastern Coast, like in Pennsylvania, for example, like old school lifestyle, no motorized vehicles. They're kind of similar to Mennonites, okay, Mennonitism, old school. Let me look about in the internet, okay. I apologize. Okay, so the Christianity in Google. Okay, looking up Christianity that refuse technology. Sure, Amishism. My apologies. Okay, yeah, Amishism. Okay, so all right. They were from, I think it's from Switzerland or Germany or somewhere there. Okay, okay. Mhm. So, this article about the history of Southern Baptism churches, it was interesting. Some corruption in the leadership level, like all these abuses. by mail against other members of the church. Like in Catholicism, they had that problem too, okay? And then cover up, okay? Then why did they cover up all those abuses? Yeah, it's because there's no one scandal because, okay, Southern Baptist churches is they're basically running business. They're also very politically involved with like conservative parties in America. Okay, so and they're also running business. They have employees. They have to pay the payroll for the employees, and they're mostly donation based. So if some scandal happens, yeah, donation decreasing. So yeah, I understand. I mean, I'm not justifying what they did. I'm not. Okay. I'm not even defending what they did. Okay, cover up some the scandals. In human rights school, we do not judge people. We merely understand them. Okay, but I'm not justifying what they did. What they did is wrong, but I understand because they're donation based, so they won't need to pay their employees. That's why they cover up those scandals, abuses. Okay, so like Me Too movement and okay, yeah. So I understand why they covered up. It's wrong, but I understand why they did that. Okay. Yeah. But they're getting better. Okay. Yeah. Slowly. uh 5 minutes break, okay? Yeah. It's a heavy topic. It is. Serious one, okay? Let 5 minutes break, vocal rest, okay? Now time check, okay? So yeah. It's been 1 hour. Let's ventilate the room, okay? Yeah. Uh, it's still chilly. What? We need oxygen. All right. Okay, welcome back. Yeah, it's a heavy topic. It's difficult to talk about, but it's important. And we'll kind of generalize it, okay? Like in mathematics, which is about generalization in many parts of mathematics, about generalization, okay? Yeah, so some toxic environment. It could be religious organization, or it could be business organization, or it could be political organization, whatever organization. Okay, if it has some toxic environment, uh, my recommendation is to get out of there, go somewhere else. Because in the world, there are other organizations with good people. Okay? Organization, it could be business, politics, religion, whatever organization. It could be non-profit, okay? Some organizations are good, some organizations are bad. So if you happen to belong to some bad organization, yeah, move out of there and find a good organization to belong to. That would be my recommendation. As opposed to tolerating them or fighting them. No, get out of there. Go somewhere else. In my life experience, uh, have I had that kind of experience where some organization is very bad, so I moved out? Not exactly, but it was something a lot lighter, less serious. Okay. Look, when I was in college, I took many classes. Okay. But sometimes I dropped out of that class I was in college because I did not like my classmates. They were very disrespectful to me. And I'm like, I- I'm out of here. Okay. So drop that class and then register for another class with better classmates. Okay. Because look, I do not have to take this class. It's elective class. It's not mandatory class. Okay. So I can take another class with better classmates. Okay. Because I do not want to deal with these classmates who are disrespectful to me. Okay. Yeah. That happened a couple of times. Okay. Yeah. So I take the easy way out. Okay. Yeah. So that would be my recommendation. Uh, there are many other good classes with good classmates. So why should I deal with these people, bad classmates, who are very disrespectful to me? No, I do not want those people. I do not want to be around them. I do not want to tolerate them. I do not want to fight them. No, I want to get away from them. And that's what I did. Okay. When I was in school, I was a good student. I want to do good in school, okay? So I do not want any this drama, distraction with some disrespectful classmates. No, no way. I'm busy. I want to get good grades. I want to focus on studying. That's why I was in school. Mm? Yeah. Then why those classmates disrespected me? I don't know. Okay, yeah. Maybe they did not like my hairstyle. Don't know. But I do not think it's that important. Okay, I what's important is that I dropped that class. Okay, and then I took another class, and it was nice. Okay, in this world we have options. Okay, if there are many organizations belong to, pick and choose. You try this one. If it's not good for you, get out of there and try another organization. Huh? Yeah. People have choice. Okay. Well, at least in America, okay. I'm in Alaska, America, okay. So, yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Let's say 5 minutes break, vocal rest, okay? Yeah. And time check too. Yeah, what? I'm sure we have more than 30 minutes left. We do. Okay. 5 minutes break, vocal rest, okay? Yeah. Yeah, I'm 47 years old, so. Yeah. Okay, yeah, welcome back, we are back. Good evening, happy Friday. Some brand new adjustment myself on okay, so basically we're talking about migration, okay? Yeah, moving out. Sure, sure. Now let me redo my hair, dude. Ah, doesn't have to be between two different countries, okay? Yeah. Welcome. Yeah, good evening. Happy Friday. Okay, yeah, we're talking about like moving out. Okay, yeah, sure. Sometimes necessary. Okay. When I was in South Korea, I studied very much in middle school, South Korea when I was teenager. Okay. So I went to science high school, very elitist. Okay. Uh, in America, it's called STEM, like science, technology, engineering, mathematics. Okay. So in South Korea, yeah, they have similar science high school. Okay. Special purpose high school. Okay. Wow. So in my middle school days, South Korea, back in 1990s, okay, yeah, I studied very hard and I got in. All right, yeah, in South Korea, okay. It was very nice high school, science high school, okay. But too much homework, in my opinion, is more than necessary. Come on, you're in high school. Oh, the degree of homeworks, too much. I mean, we're teenagers, okay? Come on. So I moved to regular high school, okay? Ordinary high school, not elitist, but ordinary high school, okay? So, and I graduated. Okay, that's 1997, okay? Later on, okay, after high school, regular high school graduation, which is very good one, okay? In Pampo, my childhood hometown in South Korea, okay? Gangnam, South River, Seoul High School, great high school, okay? Regular high school, but still very great high school, okay? Yeah. And then I was born in America, so I'm an American citizen, okay? So yeah, so went to Madison, Wisconsin University, which is fantastic university, okay? And after that, yeah, I went to Cornell University for my PhD in computational biology, okay? And I dropped out after 2 years. Again, it's Ivy League elitist school, and it was too difficult for me. I could not do it. Professors, my classmates, they were nice, but it's just that I could not handle mathematics in PhD level, okay? Although I was in computer science, not mathematics PhD, okay? But still, computer science PhD level, they do deal with difficult mathematics, okay? And I could not do it. Although I love mathematics, okay? I could not do it. Okay. So I dropped out after 2 years. After that, I moved to Los Angeles, California, Hollywood, okay? Yeah, it was nice. I was there for 3 years. I was full-time computer programmer job, and then doing acting, filmmaking in my spare time. 3 years between 2006 and 2009. Okay, but Hollywood, like acting, filmmaking, Los Angeles, California, that's very elitist. Um, very tough, high degree of competition. So in a sense, I dropped out again. I dropped out of Hollywood school. This very elitist, high competition. Okay, Hollywood, Los Angeles, California. Basically, I dropped out after 3 years, okay, for Hollywood school, okay. Sure. Mm-hmm. But I learned a lot, okay. So I do not regret having tried those elitist schools. I learned a lot. I'm glad I tried because I learned a lot. That's what matters. Education, okay? Yeah, good experience there. I do not regret it at all. I'm glad I tried, okay? Because I learned a lot. Okay. Now 5 minutes break, vocal rest, okay? Yeah, I'm 47 years old, so okay. Okay, 5 minutes break. Thank you. Very cool. Story time, huh? Yeah, very good humor show. Humor is cool. Oh yeah. Story time. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I joined the US Army, okay. Uh I was in 2009. Why? I've been doing computer programming for decades, maybe a decade, okay. So let's take a break from brain department and let's give some love to brawn department, okay. So yeah, let's exercise, okay. So let's join the US Army, okay. Yeah. Later on, yeah, I tried to join the special forces in US Army. Just 2011. Why did I want to be special forces, US Army? Maybe I wanted to be special, elitist, the chosen, the few. That's more like US Marine. But I have many friends in Marine. Okay, yeah, they're cool. Yeah, they're cool. Hmm? Uh, but I dropped out of special forces. Okay, why? It was too much for me. I could not handle it. Okay, the degree of training, U.S. Army Special Forces, I could not handle it. They're nice, yeah. The sergeants, colleagues, they're cool. Okay, but I could not handle it. That's why I dropped out of U.S. Army Special Forces. Okay, I could not handle it. So I went back to regular army, ordinary regular army. Okay, yeah. They embraced me back. They appreciated me. It is trying. Okay, yeah. Yeah, then I was honorably discharged in 2013 after 4 years active duty service, U.S. Army. 94 Romeo, that's electrician for helicopters, okay? Avionics. Yeah, it's nice. Then I applied to law school with Jabil, okay? Yeah, and I got into Ann Arbor, Michigan Law School, which is top 10 law school, okay? Kind of elitist, okay? But still, it's public state school, Michigan, University of Michigan, okay? Ann Arbor. So it's a top 10 law school, but it's more relaxed environment, okay? So I was able to graduate, although it's a little bit elitist. Top 10 law school in America, okay? But it's more relaxed because it's public school, okay? So state of Michigan, okay? Yeah, so it's more relaxed, okay? So I was able to graduate, okay? Yeah, actually graduated in 2 years. Yeah, two semesters because I have this past record of dropping out of elitist schools, okay? Elitist institutions, okay? Like Science High School in South Korea, Cornell University, Ivy League in Ithaca, New York, PhD program, Hollywood, U.S. Army Special Forces School. I dropped out from all those elitist institutions, okay? And I was like, in Ann Arbor, Michigan Law School, I do not want to drop out again. So let me just zip through, take two summer semesters, and graduate as soon as possible because I do not want to drop out again, okay? And it worked. Okay, so I graduated in 2 years, okay? Welcome, good evening. Yeah, story time, okay? Yeah. My professional leaders, yeah, martial arts, education, quality development, okay? Thank you. Yeah, 5 minutes break, vocal rest, okay? Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, 5 minutes break, vocal rest. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so look, welcome, welcome. Yeah, thank you for your kind and generous support. My for future leaders and martial arts education career development. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, yeah. Happy Friday. Yeah. So martial arts education career development. Okay, my for future leaders. Okay, yeah. I'm 47, so I need some voice rest, vocal rest. Okay, so yeah. Uh, 5 minutes break. Okay, thank you. Thank you for so kind and generous. My for future leaders. Yeah, 5 minutes. Thank you. Okay. Uh, Yeah, welcome. Good evening. Happy Friday. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, thank you. How about U.S. Army Special Forces experience? Okay. Yeah, it was nice. Although I dropped out just back in 2011, 15 years ago. But it was nice. Yeah. Good exercise. Thank you, friends. Yeah. So, what was so interesting about it? U.S. Army Special Forces training. Yeah, that's like North Carolina, Fort Bragg. Okay. Yeah, the Fayetteville, something like that. Okay, so it was nice. Yeah, I remember. Good people. Yeah. Mhm. Before that, in Fort Hood, Texas, Clinton, Texas, like 1 hour north of Austin, Texas. Okay, so yeah, so mhm. Yeah, we trained for 1 month. Okay, that was 2011, around May, April, May. Okay, yeah, so because we have special forces recruitment recruiter sergeants, okay, in Fort Hood, Texas, okay, Clinton, Texas. Yeah, so we trained 1 month in Fort Hood, Texas before we were sent to North Carolina, Fort Bragg, okay. Fort Bragg back in the days, 2011, yeah, 3 weeks in hell. Special Forces selection course, U.S. Army, okay. Yeah, yeah. It was nice, yeah. Intense, yeah. 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 So yeah, North Carolina, Fayetteville, I think. The Fort Bragg, 2011, around May, springtime. Uh, it was nice. Yeah, 3 weeks in hell, but it was fun. Okay, yeah, it was nice. But what got me is the starvation training. Okay, I could not handle the hunger. Nobody told me about that. Okay, so but I did internet research. Okay, no mention of that. Maybe it was new back then. Okay, so starvation training. I could not handle that. That's where I failed. Okay, individual night land navigation training. I'm okay with navigation day or night. I'm not too good at it. I'm okay with it. Okay, but uh, hunger, starvation training. That's what got me. Nobody told me about that. Maybe it was new back then. Okay, so there's nothing in the internet about it. So I was not prepared for that starvation, hunger. I was hungry. Okay, so I called in. Hey, Sergeant. Yeah, I'm gonna drop out. I'm too hungry. Okay, so that was that. Okay, so I dropped out for 2 weeks or 3 weeks selection course. I got back to Fort Hood, Texas, regular army, ordinary army. Okay, they embraced me back, kindly and generously. Okay, and they appreciated the fact that I tried. Okay, so thank you. So that was that. Okay. Hmm? Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, I mean, maybe I wanted to be special forces. I did not make it. Okay, but I had a chance to meet the special people, special forces. Okay, and the sergeants. Okay, yeah, non-commissioned officers in special forces. Yeah, very cool people. They're nice. Yeah. Hmm? They're also very humane too. Yeah, they're elitists. There's special forces, U.S. Army. Okay, but they're very humane, good people. Yeah, they were nice to me. Okay. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. But in regular army, sergeants, NCOs, non-commissioned officers, or also commissioned officers, COs. Okay, they're great people. Okay, they're very well trained, well disciplined, and great mentors, educators. Okay, good leadership. Yeah, Fourth Cavalry, Fort Hood, Texas. Okay, I got lucky. Okay, so yeah, we have very good leadership there. Okay, yeah, very good people. Hmm? So whether it's special forces or regular army, does not matter. Okay, yeah, I met all of them. Okay, and they're good people. Okay, yeah, very caring about their soldiers. Well, again, I was lucky. Okay, so I got into good unit like First Cavalry, Fort Hood, Texas. Okay, yeah, good leadership there. Okay, yeah. They're very nice. Yeah, yeah. Mhm. Yeah, like push-ups, sit-ups, 2 mile run, rock march, right? Yeah, exercise to be physically strong. That leads to mental strength to spiritual strength. Okay, so exercise very important. Okay, so yeah, so I had very good time. 4 years active duty service in U.S. Army as an electrician for helicopter 94 Romeo. Yeah, it was nice. I have a good experience there. Okay. Okay. All right. So it's been about 2 hours. Okay. So my profit doors. Okay. Yeah. Martial arts, education, career development, and be the future leaders. Okay. With love, peace, righteousness, justice, and knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Okay. Yeah. So I'll see you next time. Okay. Thank you. Because of humor school. Yeah. My profit leaders. Yeah. I'm your number one fan, okay? Yeah, thank you. See you next time. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I'll see you next time too, okay? Yeah, we get to mathematics tomorrow. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Mhm.